it. I feel backstage while I walk my route, like I'm right there live when the lights go out. Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. Sky got the whole crowd loud. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. Race to wrestling, we don't tap out. Bell just ring, get the fans all shout. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. From the indie halls to the big show flames, he calling out names, breaking big time games. Title on the line, who's really that great? He talk move by move, plus the move backstage. You could be a day one or a first time fan. He gon' pull you in with the way he plans. Every joke, every rant, every bold recap. Got my head nodding like a crowd clap chant. When that theme hit, I know I'm locked in. Phone down, brain on, let the show begin. This my spot when the day feels rough. That one voice saying you belong with us. Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. Sky got the whole crowd loud. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. Race to wrestling, we don't tap out. Bell just rang it, the fans all shout. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. When I say race to, you say wrestling. Race to wrestling. When I say L-Dot, you say Scott. L-Dot, we can't stop. Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. L-Dot, Sky got the whole crowd loud. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. Race to wrestling, we don't tap out. Bell just ring it, the fans all shout. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. L. Scott, we racing now. Let's go! Yeah. Turn your volume up. L. Scott, we racing now. Let's go! Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. L. Scott got the whole crowd loud. Hit that play, we gon' ride this round.
Scott Free is going live. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. New week, new heat, new heat, new heat. I'm tuned
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on.
Fun seat. From the bell to the backseat beef. He break it all down, make a car feel deep. Storylines twists, I can't miss that talk. Champ runs, upsets, every heel turn shock. From legends in the ring to the kids on the block. We all tuned in when it's L. Scott, yeah. Long drives, late nights, keep me wired. Laughs, hot takes, got the group chat fired. I feel backstage while I walk my route, like I'm right there live when the lights go out. Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. L. Scott.
Boom. All right, people. My bad. Appreciate you guys. Come on in. Appreciate you guys for coming on in. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Race to Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host himself, L. Scott. People, I appreciate you for showing up. Let me get a little bit of homework out of the way before we dive into last night's episode. And you see the title, or maybe you don't. I don't know. But we're going to do a little bit of research. We're going to do a little bit of homework before we do that. So, normally we do our episodes twice a week. Hold on. God darn it. Normally we do episodes twice a week on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Friday we will not be having an episode. You will not have another episode until next Tuesday when we do it again. So we're going to probably try to cover everything that we missed on SmackDown, as well as Raw. And I think we'll be leading into Sunday Night Main Event. Now, is this new, people? Before we even get started, is this a new thing, Sunday Night Main Event? And all right, let's do it. Well, I don't want to. We'll get there. We'll get there to Oba versus Braun. I don't want to jump out the gate just yet. I want to get us there. I want to slow walk into that thing. So what we're going to go and do before we do that is, let's just dive into the episode of last night, and then we'll slow walk into the main meat of today's episode, which will be that Oba Femi, right? So before we get there, let's dive into a little bit of the last night episode. Last night episode, I'll be honest with you guys, I had to catch it this morning. I had so much to do yesterday, so I found myself watching it as it watched me last night. As it watched me this morning. And first things first up, I guess I'll cover some of the stuff that I don't give a shit about, and then we'll move on from there. First things first, Liv Morgan. So we see what's ready to happen with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is going to be in a 3-way match coming up probably at this Sunday Night Main Event, which I I don't know if this is a thing. Is this new? Or am I been living on a rock, or did I forget about it? Sunday Night Main Event? Because it don't sound like it's a big pay-per-view, to be honest with you. And it sounds like what's going to happen is it's going to be a three-way match for this heavyweight title. Liv versus Charlotte. Liv versus the man, Becky Lynch versus this Stephanie Becker. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I got a really sneaky feeling Stephanie's not going to win it. Liv's going to drop it. And the man will be crowned champion. That's what I expect to happen moving forward. I don't know why. Maybe you don't see it that way, but that's how I see it. So it is what it is. Again, I always tell you people, I do not disrespect women's wrestling. You give me something to get excited about, I will most definitely be the first person to get excited for the women's wrestling. But right now, just Liv versus, don't get me. It's really nothing to sink my teeth into. To be honest with you, by the time I get to the bloodline story, that's where the that's where the meat of the bones. I don't know what the hell that means. That's where the meat of the story is what I'm trying to say. But I digress. Sol Ruka took that win last night. The girl, I will tell you, Sol Ruka, this is my only thing for Sol Ruka. I will keep telling people all the time. I do not just pick out the people who are, and in her situation will have to be identified as black, because ain't a goddamn thing, piece of, her daddy didn't have nothing to do with her. But, so Ruka, I love her moveset. The problem with it is, they are relying too much on flipping, and what happened when you got all that flipping and shit going on, what you end up running into, in my opinion, is that you run into timing issues. And see, what it is that women's wrestling hasn't evolved enough. Cause look, so Ruka would fit into like the female version of a Ricochet. Can't think of which one it is. Allspray. One of them flipping ass motherfuckers. Just be flip. They one of them. But you got to know how to do it timing wise. And for her, she don't have a counterpart. That's one. And then two, her time is gonna be off because she's trying to do stuff that other people just be standing there waiting for. They just. I hope it work out for her. That's the only thing I can say when it comes to Sol Ruka. That's the only thing I can say. There were some other things that we got into last night. Let's get into some of the undercard things last night. I had some notes. Where's my notes at? Give me my notes. People, hit the like button. Share the live, people. I appreciate you coming on in. So what I wanted to do, like I said, where's my notes at? Uh-oh. Shit, got my music up there. So let me first things first. Let me go ahead and back it up and let me say this. Last night's show, we're gonna get into the media because we don't care about but one or two parts. Let me say this about Ray versus Chad Gables. Newsflash, people. I say this all the time. I like to work my way up the ladder. So if you're new here to the Race to Wrestling podcast, what we generally do is we have a meat and potatoes topic, which is the Opa Femi today. But we like to talk about the recap of the show, and I like to do a build up for me. So I start at the bottom where I'm not so much paying so much attention because the person hasn't moved me in any way, and then I start working my way up the ladder. And so last night's episode, when I watched Ray versus Chad Gables wrestle, my issue is this. If you're going to build up Chad Gable, it can't be versus the guy who has been wrestling since I was a teenager. Look, I get it. Ray just ain't going to quit. He's just going to wrestle till he can't wrestle no more. Some of you people love him. I get it. I used to love him too. But he's gotten to a point now, I've seen him so much now to the point I just, okay. So, and I only pick in this. If you want to have Ray come out and have a match, great, fine. If you want to be against Chad Gables, great, fine. Have no issues. The issue comes into play is that I am from the Attitude Era of things where titles mattered, and I'm sorry, your Intercontinental Division, right along with your United States title division, is trash. The United States one has better potential at this moment, in my opinion. Maybe I'm biased, I don't know. But y'all don't do anything with it, and this whole Chad versus Ray, that one ain't worth it. Who cares? Put Chad in something that we can sink our teeth into if you're going to put him out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, classic example. I give you a classic example. Last night, Big Cass. Now, I'm the first one to complain because I think Big Cass should be going against Trick Williams right now. To me, in my opinion, that would have been a better suited than sticking him versus Baron Corbin, which I don't agree with. So I would have done that. But now, you got him going against Javon. That's fine. My only complaint will be is this. It could potentially be good. I always like power versus Javon's jumping around. But the only thing it's going to be, it can't be this, we just going to squash Javon on our way to go into bigger and better heights, and we just use Javon as a stepping stone. Now we got a problem. Now I got an issue with that. I don't want that. I want somebody to make sure that this man is going to be able to get something out of this. Since we obviously see Cass has been put into a spotlight, Classic example. I always tell people this too. You can always feel when the company likes somebody or want to push somebody versus them just telling us, "Oh, I'm trying." No, you're not. Big Cass is already himself been put in a position to do well. They put Baron Corbin in position to do well. Now, let's just be honest. Are they doing the same thing for Oba Femi right now? But we'll get there. I'm not gonna beat it up right now. Keep on. Let's move on. Moving on. Let me say this because I only feel like only thing because I don't want to talk about the Dragon League and stuff. Okay, great, lovely, great. I'm with you. I'm excited. You like it, I love it. Let's get to where it really matters. Let's get to where the bloodline. Okay, what do you say about Montez? You said Montez, this Jay and Roman and Jada. Oh, what? When he do this? What? Wait a minute. What you said, Montez? Did you say this? Oh, are we looking for smoke? We looking for heat? They want the smoke. I like it. Please say he did it on Instagram or something and it's going to be something. Because we all know Jay and them stole Negro's personality. Let's just be honest. You know Montez is a black man and the Usos ain't nothing but honorary Negroes. Matter of fact, let's just talk about it. Let's just say, look, last night, let me say, can I say something real quick? Bravo, freaking no. Bravo. They are now starting to see what I have seen for a very long time, and that is Solo Sikoa is a fucking star. I've been saying it for the longest. Solo Sikoa right now, people are like, oh, he just stepped. No, Solo's been doing this. They just finally put a spotlight on this nigga. And I'm be honest with you, I see that this is going to be more about LA Knight. LA Knight's probably going to get a title shot versus Roman. But let's just be honest. The man of the night was Solo Sikoa. That man is so entertaining. I love it. I'm hoping they really push this. But we'll see what happens. Because as I was watching that thing today, I'm sitting back watching thinking to myself, man, everybody's playing so well off each other. And I'm be honest with you. I always tell people all the time, the art of not knowing intrigues us. What do I mean? Like right now, I have no earthly fucking idea what they doing with Fatu. I don't know if Fatu with him, ain't with him, not with him. I don't know. I have my suspicions. But being that I don't know where he's going, there's a mystery there, which keeps me entertained, intrigued, engaged. Because after last night, he's going to answer for himself. How dare you allow the family to get disrespected? Solo's going to roll. You supposed to beat the shit out of Solo and moved on. That's where we at. But it sounds like to me they ready to pivot. I don't know what they ready to do, but they ready to pivot away from it. I don't know what it is. But I'm just sorry. This is not the time. When I saw the Usos with Roman and Fatu standing in the ring, it gave me that feel like it used to be. You know, they gave me that feeling of the bloodline like it used to be. I'm like, let's go with it. Let's do it. You know? Let's battle with Solo versus. I don't have a problem. It's entertaining. Solo is freaking-taining. And don't start him right with Roman. Let him be straight. Obviously, him and Jay got a problem. Jimmy seems to be the voice of reason. Jimmy seems like if this was real life, if Russell was real, and they were really beefing like that, Jimmy seems like the guy that only got to be invited to everybody's house at Christmas. Everybody else would be like, I ain't letting that nigga about my house. So all I know is they're gonna feed LA Knight. LA Knight's gonna be up for the title in a minute, and it's cool. I'm okay with it. He deserves a shot, and I'm not even a huge LA Knight fan, but him and Roman play very well off each other, if you ask me, and so I'm okay with that. But like I said, of the night, I just don't know if Fatu is going, so the mystery of it is exciting to me. Hopefully, you guys are just excited as I am. I don't think where we go with it. And to be honest with you, we might as well go and get into the main story because it leads right into the main story. Before we get let me say this first before I get into open now. Because I got new suspicions, guys. I got a new lane I want to go to. I think the WWE has pivoted when it comes to Oba and Brock. So I'm going to tell you what my new pivot is. Some may like it, some may not. We'll get there. Give me a few more minutes. What did you say here? Randy needs another. No, he doesn't. Who said that? Chosen? Whatever your name is. No, Randy doesn't need another goddamn title. I'm sorry. I love TikTok Shop. No, he doesn't. It's time to move on from those guys. Look, Randy Orton was around when I was a youngster boy. Randy Orton's been around. Randy Orton looks better than he probably ever did right now. But Randy done got old. I don't want it no more. I don't want Randy Orton to have a title shot right now. Y'all can miss me with that one. No, this is time to move on to the Obas. This is time to move on to the Bronze. This is time to move on to the Solo Sokoas. It's time. It's time right now. This is no more time to wait. This is no more he's coming. None of that. So let me go ahead, because I've been itching, and we'll come back to some of this, but I've been itching to talk about the main title. I always like to do it around the 15-minute mark. Boom, we're 9 minutes short. Okay, so 15 minutes after we get into it, this is what I want to say about the main topic of today's show. All right, so this is where I'm at. WWE, we're not forgetting, okay? I get it. It looks enticing, and we'll talk about the enticement of Braun Breaker versus Oba Femi. I'll get there. But before we get there, I have to address the elephant in the room. Where's this nigga title shot? Why were we holding him for WrestleMania? Fuck that. No, you should have did something different then. Now it's looking egregious. Now it looks something suspicious. Now it's looking underhanded. Why are you keep pawning him off on people? It don't make no sense at this point. Is at this point, why is he not getting a title shot? And I know, I get it. No. I want to know, why did we break the rules this time? Why, out of all the other times we ever did it, this was the time we need to break the rules? What do you say, Solo versus Roman probably soon? Yeah, I can see that too. They're going to do him and Solo. They're going to do him and Jay. Again, Jimmy's going to be left out because he's the jobber. I love you, Jimmy. I'm sorry. I'm just picking. I love Jimmy. But no, I'm just saying, the WWE is being flat out disrespectful. To me, this is flat out disrespect. You cannot tell someone or tell the community this is how we go about it, and then all of a sudden we just flip out, we're going to change it, and we're just going to keep pushing it, and then act like people are not asking. I'm not the only one saying, where the fuck is Oba's title shot? Oba at this point right now needs to be saying, where the fuck is my title shot? Who's that? Jimmy needs a... You know what? Who said that? Hey, look, I wouldn't be mad if Jimmy got a solo title run. I wouldn't be mad at it. It ain't gonna happen, but I wouldn't be mad at it. So, being that we all beating the drum beat that this man needs to have his title shot, to me, it just further reiterates what I already feel about the company. If you want to get away from the beat, look, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. We have moved into an era of the world where black folks just ain't playing no more. What do I mean? Black folks are not going to sit here and act like just because y'all got us by the neck and the balls that we going to sit back and pretend like what we don't see ain't happening. What do I mean when I say that? I mean that because when I look at this thing right here, let me go and tell you what I think is going to happen. Let's see if I'm correct. Now, if some of the people who are my naysayers and detractors in the room, I appreciate you guys. You'll be able to come for me because I'm ready to shoot straight from the hip. I have no reason to believe this is going to happen. But this is my theory. Right now, Oba Femi, Braun Breaker, everybody is teasing. They are teasing that Oba Femi and Paul Heyman are going to link up very soon. I even said it myself. It looked like it was going to be Oba Femi, and then this man's ready to turn on Braun Breaker. He's been very disrespectful to Braun Breaker. But I think that's part of the game. I think the game is to make, and I'm going to tell you why I feel this way, and if I'm right, then it's going to further reiterate that this company is one of the most racist pieces. One of the racism is heavy. If Oba Femi loses to Braun Breaker, and if he loses because Paul Heyman makes him look like a fool, that's going to be on purpose to make the black guy look ignorant and dumb. Look, I look at it like this. Look, boy. I mean, not boy. Look, Oba. I said boy. Look, Oba. Oba, you are the ruler. Rulers don't need help. Rulers don't need men. Rulers don't need white tee men shaking your fucking hand. You are that dude. But I do believe that they're going to okie doke Oba out of this. I wouldn't even be surprised if they went as far as to do this. Hey, yo, Oba, you got the King of the Ring sitting there. See, some people are being technical. Some people, and they could be right. Remember, winning the King of the Ring gives you a shot at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is gone. What if the excuse now he gave up his shot? Now, that would be some bullshit, but that I can see it happen. That's one. Or two, I can think this is going to happen. They're going to tell him something like, yo, put up your title shot against Braun. That's what main eventers do. Put your title shot up. And I can see them snuffing Oba out of his title shot, giving it to Braun. Braun goes on, and then they try to give Oba a title shot against him. But at that point, you've already stifled and moved all this momentum. If I'm correct, then oh my God. but I can see it happening. I can't say definitively this was going to happen, and I'm not even the most confident that this is going to happen, but something about me keeps going back to that. I've been going back to it for 24 hours now. I don't even know if he still has a title shot. They don't even talk about it no more. We don't even know if he has a title shot. Like I said, some people are being, like they said, some people are talking on the technicality is they like, nah, he got a title shot at SummerSlam. He didn't take it. But that lets you know the company has no intentions on doing something with these people long term. They had nothing set up for Oba. Oba went in against Brock Lesnar. They had nothing. It wasn't, okay, you're going to beat Brock. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have you do this and then this, and we're going to set you up for Roman. That's not conveyed to him. It was, this is what you're going to do in this moment. We'll talk to you later about what we think we're going to go after. See, Gerard, what's it? Gerard, I think it is. I can't say your name is. But see, they're not technically saying he gave it up to them. This is his exact words. The title shot will always be there. I need to settle the score with this motherfucker right now. Implying, I've already won the King of the Ring. I'll just take it when I feel like it. I just need to handle. That's how they implied it. And I agree. If he does fight Roman, you say, all right, so you're basically, okay, so look. I honestly don't think he should challenge Roman. Oba should win the belt and go down to SmackDown and win that belt. And then you set up Roman versus Oba for WrestleMania. Why do I say that? It's for two reasons. And one of my reasons actually helps Trick Williams, helps Carmelo Hayes, helps Royce Keys. You want to know what it is? If Oba goes in there and he takes the belt off of Punk or whoever has it at the time, I prefer it be Gunther, but neither here nor there. When he takes the belt off of that person, what he's going to eventually do, if you want him to main event with Roman at WrestleMania, it means you're going to have to build him to that. Meaning you're going to have to keep him in the limelight as champion as that. Meaning he's going to have to come on not on just on SmackDown, he's going to have to go on Raw to do that. You know what that's going to do? That's going to bring more eyes to the Carmelo Hayeses. That's going to bring more eyes to the Trick Williams. That's what's going to bring more eyes to them. But if you haven't wrestled Roman right now, whether he win or loses to Roman, that's going to be it. So no, let him win that belt, and then you can go title for title. I don't care, whatever you want to do when you get down to WrestleMania. But that's what I would do with him. But this whole thing that Oba is coming, it needs to happen now. There is no more waiting. I can tell you, if anything like me, what are we in? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So we talking about 8 months, 9 months away. You trying to tell me, you trying to make me fucking wait a baby bake in the oven the same amount of time you tell me to wait for this man to get his title shot? Fuck that. No. I don't support that. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, people. Shut it live. I don't support that. So this is what I say moving forward. This is what I say. And let me say this too before I get off of it, because if I forget this. Paul Heyman said something. I wish Nevermind asked. There's a person coming in the room named Nevermind. He always been here just trolling. I wish he was in here today, because I would tell him this. Paul Heyman said what I say every freaking week on here. Remember a couple of months ago now when they gave you Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes on a random SmackDown? And I was pissed because you told me that both of these guys were the future. These are the future. These guys are going to be headlining together or against each other for decades to come. That's how you built these mothers. That's what you said. And then you gave us a match between these two on a random SmackDown. What did Paul Heyman say last night? Spiting Braun Breaker. He said, Braun, you don't be stupid. You don't take a blockbuster with two people who's supposed to be the next big thing and put them on a random freaking Raw just because you angry. So Triple H, you knew that putting Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes on a Friday night SmackDown randomly diminishes both of them. See, this is why I don't give passes to the company when they say they just didn't get it right. They know what they're doing because they always get it right with who they want to get it right with. Of course, Carmelo ain't got it because he's little. And y'all gonna say that. He's little and he can't do this and he can't do that. He can't do this. I don't know what the man can do. He ain't been given a shot to pivot out of the mellow can't miss right now. Remember, I keep saying it all the time. When they like you, they give you 9 lives like a cat. You can come back and do it again. Come back and do it again. Come back, do it again. But for some reason, when it comes to these guys, he just ain't got it. Move on. So you trying to tell me when you saw Roman Reigns walk his ass in NXT, you saw Superstar? I didn't. When you saw Seth Rollins walk in, you saw Super? I didn't. You didn't either. You saw somebody evolve into one. Anyway. So that's the only thing. But my only thing is, look, this is my thing. So that was my issue with Triple H and them when it came to Carmelo and them, because I know it is not for Trick Williams to be a star. People keep telling me Trick is bona fide. It's going to work out. It can't not work out for him. You're watching it in real time. I said this last week, and I'm going to continue to say it. You don't unceremoniously let a guy like Baron Corbin go that you don't even care for, that you don't even know he's off the roster until 2 or 3 months later sometimes. Oh, Baron Corbin, like, I didn't know that. To bring him back and to win the belt and to consistently dominate your guy. You know what you just told the whole fucking WWE universe? Trick Williams ain't as good as Baron Corbin, the guy that we unceremoniously let go. You think they're going to let Brock and Braun Breaker lose like that to him? No. Hell, they won't even let Austin Theory lose to that motherfucker like that, let alone. So that's my issue. Okay, you just tuned in. Oh, man, you right in the middle of it. Wait, what's the name? What's that? I can't say. Oh, Carry Away. Yeah, you just walked right in. I'm talking about it right now. We're talking about it. Opa's not going to be a Heyman guy. This is a setup. This is my conjecture, my opinion. Opa is being set up. Opa's being set up to look like he got a friend in Paul Heyman, but this is Paul Heyman's way of saying you got to use your mind, Braun. This big motherfucker's coming. So we can't just go in there and fight him straight up like you want to. This man's going to beat you. That's how he's going to peg it. So we had to manipulate Opa because Opa's a stupid nigga. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not TikTok shop. I do. I don't mean he is. I'm saying that's how they try to treat us sometimes. They like to give us these little whack storylines that I can see right through the BS that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my bad, y'all. My bad. Don't laugh. Don't you making it worse. So, but that's my thing. So anyway, back to my story. So as I think about what's going on with these two, again, I have no problems with Braun Breaker and Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar. Braun Breaker and Femi wrestling each other. But context matters. The way that you set it up matters. Like I said, Paul Heyman said it better than anybody. It matters. So you're going to have to set it up just right. And they're not doing it. I see it a multitude of times. They're just not going to do right by these guys. And to be honest with you, at this point, like you say, for the people, we say this every week. The Montez and them, and somebody said Montez dissed them, and I got to see that. And since someone said, I'm going to look it up while we were talking. The Montez's them of the world, they're never going to pan out. I hate to tell you at this point, they're going to be, at best, they may get a Ken Shamrock run, and I don't even think they're going to get that. So let me see real quick, because I follow Montez on one of these platforms. Let me see Montez said in the thing. Montez. Hold on one second, my guys. Hold on one second, my guy. Montez, where is he at? Where you at, Tez? There you go. Keeps changing his name on there. All right, let me see. What he say? No, I don't see nothing on there. We talking about them. He doing a commercial. That's what I saw him doing here, but I don't see him talking no trash. Shit. I was hoping he did. I really was. I was hoping he was going to talk a little trash. Because, mind he need anything to interject right now. What do you mean? Because you think that's... Hold up. I'm telling you, the whole Oprah thing is not going to play out like you think it is. Steph, you said... So are you... When is Survivor Series? First of all, is that November? When is Survivor Series? First things first. I don't even know when this shit is. Because I know this little Sunday night main event is coming up next. Right? So after that... Survivor Series, of course, Bloodline's going to be one. We know we're going to get that. I'm thinking maybe Roman versus Solo. They're going to do that. Y'all see Zillow's here now. He's there. He finally done showed up. So is he going to pop his head up onto the main roster or something? What do you say right here? Oh, no, Jay didn't. Somebody tell me what happened. So what did Tez say it to Jay, and what did Jay say back? And don't be coming for Jay, though, okay? Now, that's different. We leave Miss Parker out of this, okay? Miss Parker's untouchable. I'm playing. But somebody tell me what happened. I'm gossiping. Shit. But if they are beefing, and not now, unless Montez is saying something like, nigga, stop stealing black culture. Which I got a problem. Look, I have no problem with the Usos. I like the Usos. I'm just picking. But they do have black personas. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing like that ain't happening because we know it's happening. What do you say, man? Yeah, somebody, please, eventually. I'm going to keep paying attention. But somebody, please, tell me what happened. Please. Please tell me what happened. But anyways, so let me move on from that. So So based on what I say moving forward, if you had it my way though, what I would do with Oprah and them, to be honest with you, WWE, and I'm gonna give you this. I'd like to give you some sort of a story every episode. My thing right now, I wish WWE would just go ahead and blow up everything, do things differently. What'd you put in there? God, I can't see nothing today. Montez made what? Oh no, he didn't. Oh shit! Oh, I'm gonna listen to that. What did he say? Montez? What did he say? Mad Villa. Oh, I'm gonna go listen to that. No, look, I think, because to be honest with you, it'll be a great rivalry. Jay Montez, good rivalry. Let Bianca and Jada go at it. That'd be cool. I'd be cool with it. I don't know about y'all. I like them. I love Miss Parker. I don't care what none of y'all say. So anyway. But look, let me move on from there, because I don't think there's nothing else. Hold on, let me see what else I had in my notes. I ain't had much. We ain't had much to talk about today. Hold on. So that, yeah, man, we didn't have much to talk about at all. Look, I did say this. I did like the fact of they finally decided to do something with Dirty Dom and Javon. But the only problem with that is, to me, what I saw with that is that you should have set that up well before this big cast thing. That was two young guys to put it against each other. It's like they trying to do it, but they're not trying to do it. But I digress. Talks about. Oh yeah. Look. Let me say this about that whole Jey Uso thing. Look, I have been saying for the longest that the same thing you would see Montez do, that people would say, don't nobody want to see all that black stuff. I literally saw the Usos doing it like the same exact same time, if not the next day. They're using some of the same words. Like a lot of the stuff that you see that the Usos do is like it's a direct shot at not even just black folks, but a direct shot at the Street Profits. And I honestly, I've seen that myself, and it's amazing that it seems like they are allowed to carry black culture, but black folks are not allowed to carry black culture in wrestling. Remember, they like to take the black guy in wrestling, either make him, if he's going to be black, he has to be a stereotypical step and fetch it, dancing and some type person, right? But any other type of the culture, they want your character to be a stereotype of black. Go out there and be a thug. You know what I'm saying? No, thug don't mean that, like, Montez represents himself as a black guy. He don't represent himself as a thug. I don't like all that goddamn hip gyration shit all the time. You ain't got to do all that. But this whole cosplay, yeah, the Usos are doing it. So it would be nice to have a rivalry for once. I don't know what Cass came from. The bitch just popped up muscular after he left unmuscular the WWE. I didn't watch him when he left WWE. He just left and then popped back up with muscles now all of a sudden, whooping up on Javon. So, I don't know. Anyway, what you put there? Oh yeah. Well, I always say people like this. I used to say this, and it's unfortunate because they still cut them. I said the New Day were the good blacks, the easy blacks to get along with. You know, they go out, they do the things that they are okay with, and then, you know, they're non-threatening. And that's no knock at the Usos. I mean, at the New Day. But they did that. They love those types, the ones that seem like they don't have a real blackness about them. They love that. And that's, again, no shot at Kofi now. Kofi's not Black American, so I'm not expecting him to be my coach. Or what do you say here? But I think the reason why I don't even know if they got a good relationship with Enzo at all, but I think what they're trying to do with Cass right now is pick him up as like being a powerhouse. And, you know, him and Enzo was almost like little clowns. You know, one big clown, one little clown. So I think they're trying to get away from that image of him. And they love him to be like Crime Time. Now, you love that. That's listen to the name, man. Crime Time. Vince ought to be ashamed of his goddamn self with that. You don't name our group Crime Time. You implying black folks because our culture equates crime? No, it don't. What do you say? Yeah. Oh, you think they still gonna bring Enzo back? Oh, man. Well, like I said, for me, it's amazing how these guys have 9 lives no matter how many times they go. When does Apollo Creed come back? Or whatever his name is. I'm laughing, but what I'm saying is that they don't, you know, once you go when it comes to black guy, you gone forever. Oh yeah, you just popping in late now, Jazz. Yeah, no, I've been talking about Oprah's title shot. It's gone, brother. It's over with. But anyways, we're gonna talk about it again. I ain't doing nothing but shooting the shit with y'all at this point. Look, what I'm gonna do is I got a couple. Look, let me tell y'all real quick. I got a couple of things that I've been working on that I really want to talk to you guys about. We're gonna really take this channel to the next level. I really do appreciate all the love when y'all do when y'all come out here. Look, and always keep sharing it live, keep sharing everything. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start promote this thing even harder and see what we're gonna do when I get back. The reason I'm taking a break. Not only am I taking a break because I gotta go out of town, I got some business to take care of, but I'm also taking a break because I have to finish the website. So that way, when we get on the website, we're gonna do the show like clockwork. Every Tuesday, every Friday, 5 o'clock. And when we do it, we're gonna have a whole lot of other content, and the show's gonna probably go a little bit longer. We're gonna incorporate some other aspects into the show. We're gonna do some interviews into the show. We're gonna even do some live call-in shows where you can call in, we can Zoom call in type things, the whole nine. All that'll be on the website soon, so I need to take breaks for that too, so I can go ahead and finish up the code and everything on that, because that thing is taking longer than what it's supposed to. But I digress. I'll leave it at that. Be on the lookout. I'm gonna tell you guys when it's coming. What'd you say? I don't. This is Ray Phoenix guy. You know that. I don't care for. Look, don't suck me back into the conversation, but I don't care for the mass wrestler because they all. You cannot get. Let me say this and then I go. I'll say this. You suck me in. I'm gonna say this and then I go. You cannot have a masked person be a star. It's the same reason why the NFL likes to keep the NFL players' helmet on. It is because they want to promote only who they want to promote, and they know it's easier if you never really see what they look like. Yes, I know you know what football players look like when they take their mask off, but do you see them in commercials? No. So the only time you would see a superstar, I'll give you a classic example. The reason why T.O. and them type people, they hated to death, because T.O. was making his own lanes. See, if you score touchdowns, you cocky, you confident, you arrogant about your own stuff, and you do it, they can't control you. Same reason why they say Triple H and Vince used to get mad when someone became a star around the WWE's pushing. They don't like that because they can't control you. So you got to remember this. It's always about control. No one wants you to be free other than you want to be free. Your woman don't want you to be free. Your man don't want you to be free, ladies. Your children damn sure don't want you to be free. And the same thing goes for your employer. The employer tells the WWE people, if you come here, I own your name, your likeness, and everything. How dare you try to control all of that? Even when I'm gone, I have to change it. How dare you tell it to the point where I can't go off and make a living out of something that I breathe life into? You got people like John Cena saying, he'll take my whole likeness. What? No. See what I mean? See, you get what I'm saying. See, and they don't like them having Twitch accounts because they know once you become a star outside of them, they can't control you. And so my whole thing is like this, is that if I had an organization, honestly, it wouldn't be no control like that. I don't want to control you like that. I want you to be loyal to the business because we did this together. We built this thing from the ground up. You became a star. I became a star because I recognized the star in you, and we all become making a lot of money. But that's a non-racist world that we live in. Hence the word race to wrestle. You see it right here. Right there. I can't bend my arm for some reason to get it. God damn it. Right there. You see it. I don't give a shit who going in. You talking about the AAA tournament? I don't care. Because I keep telling people like this. Look, let me say this and I'm gone. And I promise you I'm gone. I'm gonna get it short, cut it short today because we ain't talking about nothing. We just talking shit. So, the reason why the Bloodline segment last night was so entertaining to me, out of all the other stuff that happened, it is because you did not know what was happening. Fatu we don't know what this motherfucker thinking. Solo don't spike Roman in the throat. So now we don't see him turn. You didn't see that coming. So you got the Usos being crowned as being generals or whatever, the captains. So that means that officially the Jey Uso run of being a solo star is over. So it's just a lot of stuff happened that we didn't know was going to happen. So it makes for much watch TV. But when you sell us on a bag that we know this going to happen, no one gives a fuck. And what I'm saying that for, and I meant not to cuss, I'm sorry. But I'm only saying that because if we're talking about the AAA is because the AAA person who wins the tournament gets to wrestle Roman. Now, who the fuck really think any of these people going to beat Roman? So come on, let's be honest. There's no one, it's not going to win it, so I don't really care. I only want matches and feuds right now that can go either way. We need to be able to sink our teeth into it and say, oh, God, I don't know where they're going to go with this one. Once you can do that again, oh, sky's the limit. Sky is the freaking limit at that point. But see where we're at right now, it feels like, again, everything's predictable. As long as everything stays predictable, no one's gonna fall in love with it. And no, JD and Javon had a hell of a match. Let me not skip. They had a hell of a match themselves. Javon is starting to come to his own. Javon is I'm sorry. I was ready to go without saying this. My bad. Let me go back. Let me not pass over the young OG. Javon Evans, Mr. Bouncy himself. Can y'all know something Javon does that don't nobody else do in this roster that I can already see? Javon is one of the best physical actors that they have. Period. What do I mean? Javon's pacing, his timing is on point. He figures out how to give you enough time to get in position for him to do his own thing without making it look clunky or staged. He did it last night when he hit you with that cutter at the end. When he came up, he had to pause for a slight second to give my man enough time to get in position, and he did it perfectly. I watched him do the exact same thing with Kofi Kingston. Kofi was out of position. Javon bumped him in a way that made him spin around to the point it looked realistic when he grabbed him. That is great physical acting. Javon is a star. Javon just needs some little more meat on his tits. But outside of that, when I say that bounce city, I love that right there. That bounce city, that was all over. I loved it. Javon is one that when Javon gets in the ring, I'm gonna watch it. We watching this all day long. This boy's amazing. That's what I'm saying right now. If y'all gonna have him and Big Cass go at it, let them go at it then. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, my people. Anyway, hit the like button, people. Share the live. I appreciate you guys. So look. Again, I'm going to see you guys. Let me go get my patootie out of here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see you guys on next Tuesday. And I hate to cut it short so fast. I really want to talk to the family longer, but I'm going to cut it short today. That way I got to